iman din pichide aru NLTV pura ami hange good morning episode te ami hange juru paru dia pura da dhaniyabad dise so apni han jana nishna itu da ami hala good morning episode NLTV la first episode that is good morning Nagaland ase so itu karne ami apnala anchor Ravina Lama moi pura itu good morning episode to chulai ni jawul ase so ami han good morning episode shuru nukra ge de ami han hodai din nishna Sunday ase iniga nishna khali Sunday thakaba nohoi alag din TV sai holibi aji Sunday thakaba aru ekta khas Sunday ekta banawa karna ami han isor la kotha to ki ase isor ba ki gyan digna ase itu ami han lobo aibi.
The one who gets wisdom loves life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. Proverbs 19:8.
Imam bhal prayate Proverbs jana dishe kun manu wisdom tai khushi pai wisdom do tai chulao pare tai to tai laga zindagi bhal pai ar inia kurigine iman bhal to Proverbs te likhina ase inia nishna ami han wisdom ami jane ase wisdom do isor prahi mohante God give de to wisdom thakya nishna ami han wisdom bhal achulao par shikul to ami khan ami la jivan to ami life to bhal krin jabo ar ami han la takat ki ase itu understand krin jabo kine itu bhal jana diche inia nishna isor la kotha sa nishna ita ami khan ekta think positive thought te sabo.
Every exit is an entry somewhere else. Tom Stompard.
Now moving forward, we have our top headlines. So let's check what our top headlines is about. All Nagaland Hindi Teachers Union appeals state government to treat every state employee under SAMT yardsticks and to release all pending salaries payment at the earliest. Nagaland governor issues set of guidelines to be followed across states during HSLC and HSLC examination. Number of candidates in a room or hall should not exceed more than 50% total capacity. Nagaland reports 15 new COVID-19 cases, 7 new cases detected from Dimapur, 4 from Mokokchung, while 1 each from Kohima and Peg. And parent polling on all assembly seats in Punjab and 59 constituency for the third phase of Uttar Pradesh election to begin at 7 a.m. on Sunday. In order to promote research and innovation in the healthcare sector, Union Health Minister Manshukh Mandavia on Saturday had extensive interactions with experts of Tata Memorial Hospitals, Mumbai. Samian itamola top headlines portion. Now it's time for print preview. IB Amikhan Sabo Amihala Morning Express. The power of truth dikhiye se itu Amikhan Sabo IB. So, I'm on the screen there, the Morning Express, the power of truth is say. So the first headlines to bold letter likhina se, but then I would like to read out the Nagaland to log 15 new COVID-19 cases. Before I go for COVID-19 cases, I would like to say something because Ami Khan jani ase ida manu mura laga case bi iman la thaka hoise aro active case khan bi tada kobo kole to poila pra komti hoise and moreover tate itu Ami Khan la health minister khan pra holebi Nagaland laga holebi ki pra hoise holebi takhan pra edu relaxation diado tahan ban namai digina ase because tahan bi to covid halat la porde sa laga porde manu khan bi thik thak jai thaka pra tahan bra to yes, there is 50% attendance, 50% allowance can ase, but then capacity can ase. Holebi tahan bra most of the these cases. Ami Khan NLTV for agitivi jankari dishe regarding these guidelines SOP and tohan. Ami Khan SOP chulao guidelines maintain kuro protocols chulai ne jabo. Holebi tahan bra itu covid la namte tahan pra itu bon kur dia bi khuli dishe tate 20% ga thaka bi 100% ni ata te kur dishe bahar bi jabo pare holi bi there like vaccination the lower lage or else if there is no vaccination then we have to provide after 15 days the RT-PCR reports it will be negative te submit ko lage ko jana so let's look ki Nagaland laga covid la cases te ki jankari ase apne han ke janai dibula Nagaland reported 15 new COVID-19 cases on Saturday, taking the state tally to 35,355, while the active case load declined to 295 with a recovery of 36 patients. According to the Health Department Delhi Health Bulletin, 7 new cases were detected in Dimapur, 4 in Mokochung, and 1 each in Kohima, Parent and Pack. Of the 36 single-day recovery, 19 were reported in Dimapur, 10 in Kohima, 6 in Twensai, and 1 in Mokochung. With this, the total number of recoveries has increased to 32,831, and a death toll remained at 749 with no fatalities reported in the last 24 hours. So, simple Nagaland 15 new COVID-19 cases dhuriche 15 la majote 8 to yes 8 to Dimapur pra ase aru tate pra 4 to Kohima Mokochung pra ase aru 1 to Kohima Parent aru Phek pra ase kogine yete janai diala ase aru tuikla nohoi kine yete manu ek din jua 24 ganta majore 36 manu bimara bhaluise 19 to Dimapur pa thakise 19 to Dimapur pa thakise and then 6 to Twensang aru ekta to Mokochung pra ase kine to total number tia pradesh te bimar bhal hwala number do ase 32,831 ase kine janai diase so ami khan aru jua 24 ganta majode manula mot hoy kuma manu to ventilator and oxygen ase kuma to without ventilator bi ase holebi iman inigal tahan larai kuriya tum bimar dam larai kura tum tu ni mot wala cases to hunu para nai kuine khushi janai ase aru itu covid duria bi tahan bi itu khan hospital jakine নহলে nije ঠিক ঠাক গাও karne ki bhal hobo itu jane kine tahan bi bhal ho parbo aru akha kore ase aji 15 dola nishna kali to komti hoi kine next zero na thakia hoi jabo inga type bi hobo pare ko kine ede covid laga report chane dishe. So the second headline says it Twensang government building project incomplete after 15 years. So I am Miran Sabo. Twensang is known as a district with many reliefs steeped in legend about the origins of life on earth and the exploit and stories of the Nagas where went they live as one big family. Amidst the reliefs of Yo, there is a cluster of shaky buildings in Twensang town resembling ruins of some ancient monument of past civilization, but these buildings have nothing to do with ancient Naga history. They are the unfinished government buildings which have been under construction for the past decades and a half. But as a part of the Nagaland Public Work Department NPWD, the unfinished buildings were intended to be used as the mechanical engineer office building and working shop. So the unfinished buildings were intended to be used as the mechanical engineer office building and workshop, the PWD housing staff quarter, and the residence for the PWD road and bridge additional chief engineer. Work for the ME office building began in July 2007, while the construction of the other two projects commenced in December 2006. On February 19, following a visit to the work site, the Chang Widoshi Satsang CWS wrote to the NPWD engineers-in-chief seeking clarification on why the buildings have been delayed incomplete even after almost 16 years since construction began. They sought a response within 15 days with effect from February 19. The CWS pointed out that the half-constructed walls are now shaky. There were no windows, door or floor in most of the buildings, and the only paint work done on the building were the letters of the alphabet scrolled in charcoals by the neighborhood key. So, CWC, the Chang Wedoshi Satsang ase tai pura jaikine NPWD to ki ase kule to NPWD is Nagaland Public Work Department to CWS pura NPWK tahan pura jaikine hudishe kele itu 15 years lagise itu tahan kundu tu itu the unfinished building were intended to be used as the mechanical engineer office building. To building kan to tan unfinished constructed site to mechanical engineer office building or workshop, PWD housing, staff quarters, a residence for the PWD road and bridge additional chief engineer kan karne to laga government laga quarter type noli government laga tenga banao thakise holibi itu nabanai ni thaka to kile iman deri huse ko kine CWC pa jagene hudise aru to hudia to hosa khota ekta ase khali tu ekla nohoy Nagaland TV para bi bishi government kan ba responsibility lukine thaka laga government site kan itu to ami khan la Dimapur stadium hobi noholibi itu Kohima medical college hobi noholibi construction of the high court to Nagaland lagai itu te hochi golebi ami han jani ase it's taking a decades hoye obviously one decade to hoye it's like 10 to looking at 20 years la majote unfinished ase to ami han jani ase center pra ami han ke hodai parliament budget TV winter parliament budget session TV ami khan kinia finance secretary pratai this year labi type right to budget to implement kwatam the type allocate crucial funds kan to and we know that state government be iniga for the infrastructural development and for the people itu manukhan karne tahan pra allocate green taka funds kan to we know that to the public la pasin na jai hole bi to the respected department respected organization hola de jai but then tahan kile to time lagi ase koin taka to public khan beta sawal uthai ase and that's a very good thing because it is not because of media ahe parikla no hoy hole bi public khan bi tahala voice tahala opinion to share kuri kine iniga tahala organization form kuri ne tahala bustil organization hobi society hobi neighborhood hobi ki ba organization kan form up kuri kine tahan ba ai kine nga sawal hodia to unfinished constructed site unfinished building unfinished do infrastructure development kan ki economics kan ki han late ase itu han la porde sawal uthai thaka nolebi ai kini huda kile time lagi ase ki wishing hoda to bishi khushi hota ase amela viewers kan ba amela janta kan ba iniga age da ha to itu ekla noi kine ami kan iman din ba rukhi thaka itu unfinished building kundu to ensangte ase itu bi joldi khotam ho goine bisos ase itu aji khali tu morning express te ulai shiko kine no hoy Nagaland TV la episode te ulai shiko kine no hoy holebi janta khan laga demands to itu positive side la demand kuru thaka to nukurin thaka to to government khan parabi itu aji ulai dia nishna aji news te dia nishna government khan parabi responsible departments khan parabi ahi kine itu do khotom nukurine 15 years khotom nukurine thakia to tahan to do maybe 1.5 year that is 15 laga ekdom 1% ase 1.5 year te khotom kurbo koine bisos ase aro tahan bra itu ki kun karne khulula ase ki development karne korla ase itu to tahan bala jani ase nya nishna CWS labi itu clarification mang kuria to 15 days te mang kuria to jani ase itu ami khan itu 15 days kine ultimatum day mohan janta khan par public khan par nolibi government khan par ultimatum day to ultimatum day dam de par nokuri digine to jawab to clarification di dile bhalo wa knowledge gol to at the end to ki ase ko to hodai nishna andolan hi ahi jay aru andolan ai shikule to ekjon la mon bia nolibi ekjon la phale nafrat thaki jay to 15 days no age clarification digine itu construction site bi joldi shuru korile bhalo ko kine janai diase. Now the next headlines is Nagaland, that is 1,379 Hindi teachers deprived of allotted salaries. The Old Nagaland Hindi Teacher Union ANHTU has again appealed to the state government to treat every state employee under the same yardstick and release all pending salary payment at the earliest. In a press release on Saturday, the union president Runchung Tab and Sessional Secretary Waiba Ao stated that the 1,379 Hindi teachers who were appointed under centrally sponsored scheme have been deprived of their regular allotted salary despite being qualified and appointed on regular basis. The release stated that in 2011, posts of 1,379 CSS Hindi teachers were created in Nagaland to develop Hindi language in the states, and with a state cabinet decision, these 1,379 CSS Hindi teachers were appointed on regular basis based on interviews consisting of written or oral exams in the year 2012, 2013 and 2015, fulfilling all the criteria. The Nagaland state had not adopted the NCTE norms then at the time of the appointment of the 1,379 CSS Hindi teachers. Therefore, with the adoption of NCTE norms in the year 2017, the state government provided a 5-year relaxation period, that is 2022 to 2027, wide order number ED CSS RLX 1 2021 2022 for the untrained Hindi teachers to undergo training and fulfill the NCTE criterions of the release it. So apart from the new undergo training, 2011 te ये खबर जाना 2011 te 1,379 CSS Hindi teachers ke appoint kurise to develop Hindi language in Nagaland. So before I go in details, I would like to say that Mohant Nagaland te including me, Nagaland amian ki ase goto we use Nagamis as our like local language. So manu jana lai sabte Nagamis chulai, but then we are other ke sashikule to Mohant, we are far more better in English and we are far more better in Hindi, because Hindi te Mohant Hindi bhal baku parishikule bi because of our tone amiala tune pura amikan Hindi to we feel a little boss to mon Hindi pari kini bi Hindi Nagaland Hindi develop kuro kuni 2011 de tahan iman 1,000 teachers ke etu Hindi teacher kuro kare dishe to tahan mar shikai kina amian Hindi bi pari kina hi ase aru beshi mandu learn kuri dangor bi hukina ase dangor officer bi hukina ase holi bi tahan la salary de kile 20 de rukhai thake ko kin jane ase ja kali bi Hindi teacher la pore news pura la pore ami khan janchi ki 4 moina hola ase tahan la salary na pa to hodai kile state government to khali not only Hindi teacher of Dimapur, not only Hindi teacher of Kohima, not only Hindi teacher of different district, but then kiki district ushikuliwi they should treat everyone as equal, because mohanda at the end to mohanda equality de hi jai kam khon hobi saman diate hobi luate hobi equality de jai. So amian to Hindi teacher la pore tahan centrally sponsored kurikine tahan to Hindi teacher appoint kora to kile salary pana, because amian jane se teacher hobi amikhan sabji bikri kuri ki hobi amikhan nijer la salary pura nijer la thangka pura hi amikhan laga pet palo pare amikhan la ghor chulao pare konishna tahan la mang to jadin la news tv tahan la pet palo ko la opor thakise aru salary na dia to judo niyom no hoy covid situation thaki kine bi thakile bi सरकार লগত जो पैसा तो आसे, because इदु पैसा तो ताहान के मानो के दिवो थकाला पैसा तो ताहान राखी किने आसे तो यूज करा इंगा भी নহয় হলিবি दिवो थका तो केले ना दि किने आसे को किने ताहान पुरा इटु अपरे सवाल उठाइसे आरो ताहान पुरा द पेंडिंग सैलरी तो मांग करे से जल्दी रिलीज को दिवो काने को किने यते शॉर्ट पुरा ही जनाइ दि आसे. We have a Nagaland government issues guideline for HSLC examination. That is, the Nagaland government on Saturday issued a set of guidelines to be followed across the state during the conduct of the 2022 HSLC and HSSLC examination. The Standard Operating Procedure SOP, which were issued by the State Home Commissioner Abhijit Sinha, stipulated that the numbers of examinee or candidates in a room or hall at any examination center should not exceed more than 50% of the total capacity. For invigilators, examiners, teachers and non-teaching staff at the examination center, the order stated that the concerned individual should be asymptomatic and fully vaccinated against COVID-19. If not vaccinated, then the person concerned should have been tested negative for COVID-19 through either RT-PCR or TrueNet or CBNet once in every 15 days, it said. All the examinee or candidates will be advised by giving wide publicity by the Department of School Education to get vaccinated against COVID-19, at least the first dose if about 15 years of age, and both the doses of about 18 years of age according to the SOP. Student invigilators and all related personnel in the examination center were also directed to observe all COVID-19 appropriate behavior like compulsory wearing of face masks, frequent hand sanitizing or washing, along with all other guidelines already in practice in school and instruction. To get a short prahi tahan for the student and for the invigilators and for the other non-teaching staff law for the tahan prahi to guidelines digina se ki amen headlines si portion not 50% upor na jao 50% need to hold the capacity ko barbo aru kumba guidelines to say as usual to mohan jana nishna wearing of masks, hand sanitizing, and maintaining COVID protocols and maintaining SOP, and also the 15 or 18 years la majority they are like compulsory. If not, then 15 days la RT-PCR test through CBNet, TrueNet, pra lugina ho lage, and it's the same to the examiner, to the invigilators, to the non-teaching staff, to the teachers. Everyone be same as say fully vaccinated, or either if not vaccinated, they should provide the RT-PCR. That's the simple thing. We need janai digina ase. So yete prahi HSLC or HSLC examination date to digina nai holi bi joldi ahe bole ase to akha ase bacha khan bi to ami khala bhai buni khan Nagaland laga pride ahe wo thaka laga ami khala backbone khan bi do examination to exam to situation biya halate ase jani ase hole bi halat biya thaki kine bi kuru parala bacha ekta hoi kine ite yete pra bi ekta Nagaland ke नाम ते डांगोर खुरा लगा CBSE हुई NBSE हुई नागालैंड के उच्चा करू पार लाइकता बच्चा हन उलावो गुने भरोसा से और बॉन्ड जिगने पूर्वी बिकॉज आम्याला फ्यूचर अपनाला हाते ऐसे और नागालैंड ग्रो हुए ऐसे I would say that because हदाय न्यूज़ पूरा के we can see different infrastructure you know and then government पर भी to plan मानो करने कुरिशे and government also नासाई ने थकाला plan खान ताहन भी look up कुरिशे so for me Nagaland to iti bishi grow ho jese Nagaland na within this a short period of time even though it's COVID situation thaki kini Nagaland to iman grow ho ase so with that keeping in mind with that apni han bhi grow hobi and at the same time help Nagaland to grow so that one day ekdin hola ekdin to mohan bhi mangi thaka ami khan laga oporde sarkar ki mangi ase sarkar bhi no ko na pra lage ta pradesh hobo ko kine bharosa ase so with this yete prahi moi moila morning express the power of truth khatam korbo so apni han janishe starting to Nagaland COVID Nagaland of 15th new COVID-19 cases purchase second Twensang government building project incomplete after 15 years. The next is Nagaland 1,379 Hindi teachers deprived of allotted salaries. Nagaland government issues guidelines for HSLC and HSLC examination. So with this, I end up my print preview section and I hope that apni khan bhi kiba learn hoise and I hope that learn hua nishna apni khan bhi inika kiki di hushi guli bhi age ahi dibi ko kine he de janai diase. So viewer, now it's time to look back into the past. Let's turn the page of tomorrow. Let's turn the page of times and have a look at what happened today in the yesteryears.
Rihanna, a Barbadian singer, was born on February 20, 1988.
So yete ami khana well known singer or well renowned singer Rihanna to 1988 that is 20 February day tai jonom hoise. So wishing Rihanna a very happy birthday from the team to Nagaland TV aru apni khan bi through your social media handles apni khan bi take wish ko paru aru apni bi to date to yat rakhin thakko ko kine biswas ase. So now mon etia ami khan la segment ami khan la to episode khatam hoise. So ami khatam no ha gele ekta gana taza sunibo.
I could say I'm doing good all this time, but I'm not. I'm not the
Dear viewers, this is all for the day, but let us check today's weather update before we leave. Wish you all a very good and a happy day. So signing off, your anchor, Ravina Lama. Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee para online membership drive ekta Pradesh te launch kurise. Digital to membership drive to NPCC President K Thiri para formally launch kurise. GPR and NSCN para Friday the faction laga kadra SGD MAG Turhuli